Yo, welcome back to the GM Podcast. I'm Audrey Miller.
I'm Gavin Bullock.
And today we will be talking about the 4-year, $140 million contract that Justin Jefferson just signed with the Vikings. That is the biggest contract by a non-quarterback in NFL history. But before we get into that, we were just thinking, you guys might not know who all these jerseys are.
Gotta plug our guys.
Explain. So right here, obviously, Tracy McGrady. We probably know that. Larry Bird, Ray Lewis. But other than that, that over there, that's going to be the LaMelo Ball.
When he played with the Illawarra Hawks.
Yeah, that's where he got drafted out of. He was balled out over there. Right here we have the Randall Cunningham classic jersey. Watch his film. Problem. And then we have the Marcus Page. If you don't know research on prime Marcus
do your research
Page.
on Marcus Page.
He was a problem.
If you don't know about Marcus Page, you haven't hit Unk status yet.
Yeah, nah, you're not there yet, bro.
You haven't.
Like, you see all the Villanova shots, but you don't see this.
You don't.
You don't see that. But also,
people don't even work on that shot.
He didn't work on that. He had that.
He's just that guy.
But also we wanted to shout out the Angel of the Abyss right here.
I got the pants on. He got the shirts
my
on.
boy Jordan's brand. We're gonna plug it. We're gonna plug the Instagram
Somewhere right here.
somewhere in this video. But we go ahead and get into this. First thing I want to ask: do you think JJ deserved this contract, and what do you think it means for the Vikings? And do you think it was the right move for the Vikings?
He 100% deserves
Yeah.
this contract. He's the best receiver. He has all the makes to be the best receiver of all time. Not saying he will be that, but he can be that. It's reachable.
Yeah.
Certainly top 5, top 10 of all time. Like he could definitely get there. Now for the Vikings, I think that this was a bad move. I don't think it was smart at all. I think Justin Jefferson's the type of player you can get a load of draft picks and younger players for like a lot of assets. And with football being it's not like basketball where it's such a single player reliant sport other than maybe the quarterback. You're relying on so much. You're relying on the O-line. You need a complete team. And I think it's going to be hard to make a complete team other than if you get a good rookie quarterback. So unless they hit on
JJ McCarthy.
Unless they hit on JJ McCarthy while he's on this rookie deal, I think they messed up in a sense. But he's more than deserving of this contract.
I completely agree that Justin Jefferson is deserving of this contract. Do I think it was right for the Vikings to do? It's sort of like a 50-50 because you have to pay the most talented skill position player in football. Yeah. As far as Justin Jefferson goes, there's nothing he cannot do, like you said.
Yeah.
He has the potential to be a top 5 receiver. He runs routes. He gets open. Top-end speed, top-end ball skills. He can go up with any corner and go get the ball.
Yeah.
Like,
there's nothing he can't
put
do.
him in the backfield, whatever you want to do, he can do it. So, from that aspect, yes, you deserve to pay this guy. And just from what I've seen, as far as sports go with player loyalty, I do like that the Vikings did this.
Yeah.
It establishes that the front office does treat its
superstar players
with the respect they deserve. I've seen situations where my team, the Thunder, in another sport, didn't want to sign James Harden, and you see where that
went. Had to pay for it, yeah.
So I'll always be scarred for that. So I do respect the Vikings for doing that. But on the other side of things, Justin Jefferson is a great player. But
amazing.
We don't remember the last time a star, the best receiver in football, has won a Super Bowl. No. Other than Tyreek Hill, you can go back. Larry Fitzgerald.
And that's still debatable. Tyreek Hill wasn't stamped.
He wasn't stamped the best, but you could definitely make an argument.
Yeah.
But Devontae Adams never won a Super Bowl. Like, I'm just trying to go over the best.
Yeah.
Julio, AB.
Even that year with Moss on the Patriots, they didn't get it done.
It's not really a position. Now, it's definitely an important position nonetheless, but it's not that position that's going to get you over the hump.
No.
We've seen that the things you need are a great coaching system.
Quarterback.
Most importantly, a great quarterback.
You have to get that one right.
And a great defense. Those are the 3 things that you need to really be a dominant organization.
I think Mahomes is the only one that I've seen in recent memory win a Super Bowl without a top defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even this past year, they needed that top defense.
And it was a top defense.
Yeah, no, it was. But I'm talking about beating Garoppolo.
But I think just as far as him getting this, Garoppolo. Don't get me started on Jimmy Garoppolo. You know how I feel about Jimmy Garoppolo. What do you think this means for the rest of the league, though, as far as receiver contracts go?
It definitely sets the market.
It definitely does.
Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, these receivers are going to want this money.
Yeah.
Whether they're deserving of it or not.
T. Higgins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you can get Jamar Chase stay for a hometown discount to play with Burrow, but it's not. I don't know. It definitely sets the market.
I'll be real with you. I don't. Receivers are not a position, just as me looking at it from the outside in, that they'll take pay cuts.
Yeah, there's not a lot for sure.
I don't think that's the type of personality that most receivers have. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb has. And by the way, let's just talk about the Cowboys real quick. The Cowboys wanted to wait and not pay this man. And now, guess what happened?
You got to pay him more.
They just set the market. Justin Jefferson just set the market. And CeeDee Lamb's chilling back just like this, just watching the market rise. And that's okay for CeeDee Lamb, but as far as the Cowboys go.
Team success, you're going to have to make a tough decision whether you want to move off him or not.
Because now you have to keep Micah Parsons around.
And I think they'll pay CeeDee Lamb.
They said a couple days ago that they wanted to keep Dak Prescott around. I don't know if you need to do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's a good quarterback. So you do want some stability.
Yeah, it's kind of like we don't love Dak Prescott, but what's the
alternative?
Alternative?
You're not gonna really get better than Dak.
Trey Lance? I don't know.
Maybe if he's, but I feel like if Trey Lance was that guy, we would have been known that.
We would have known that. We would have known that in San Francisco.
So on the Cowboys' part, we can get into that in another video. That's a horrible offseason move by them.
Yeah.
But CeeDee Lamb is going to want that bag.
For sure.
He's going to want that bag.
He should.
Where do you see the Vikings finishing this year with?
Last in their division.
Okay, that was quick.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Packers and Lions are self-explanatory to me. With them losing Kirk Cousins, having a rookie quarterback, if they get there, it would be Justin Jefferson. Like the Vikings have a good roster put together. I
don't think they do, honestly.
I don't think it's horrible, but I just think the Bears have a tremendously easy schedule to start their season and overall. So that's what does it for me.
And the Bears weren't a bad team last season.
No, and they got Keenan Allen. Yeah. Like they have Romeo Odunze. They've drafted
DJ Moore.
Yeah, their skill position is perfect for Caleb Williams to thrive. There's no excuse for Caleb Williams. We're gonna know if he's either a franchise quarterback or not.
Absolutely. Like you said, Chicago is. Their defense was complete last year.
Yeah.
Them adding 3 potential number 1 guys.
Yeah.
With Caleb Williams, who's supposed to be. Now, obviously, we might have different opinions on Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams will be good.
I'm not high.
I'm not as high as other people.
I don't like the Mahomes.
Yeah, I don't like that
Yeah.
because he's not a big guy.
Yeah.
I'll say more like Russell
I'm just
Wilson.
not high on comparing these athletes who just started doing well or haven't played, comparing them to GOATs, comparing them to, and we'll get on that in a different subject with basketball. But
I don't agree with that particularly because sometimes I do see the build, the intangibles, the charisma, just the overall winning mentality. But as far as Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes go, I don't see a size comparison. I don't see a winning comparison. I don't see really intangibly how they're the same. I don't see their mentality, their humility. I don't see where that's the same. But once again, that's for another video. I am interested to see how Sam Darnold, if he does step in, which I think he might start. But I've heard good things about J.J. McCarthy coming out of camp.
I have too.
But I am interested to see whether one of those quarterbacks can step up and be the quarterback that Justin Jefferson needs.
And I'm such a huge Dan Campbell fan. Like I think, I love him as a coach. So the Lions, I think, will only build off what they're doing there. And I'm so high on Jordan Love. It's not an extreme knock on Minnesota. I just think they're the worst team.
I would bet the house that they missed the playoffs.
Yes.
I would also say that I think this is going to be a team that does overachieve. I think they're going to win games that they're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
Based off this guy, first of all.
Yeah, he's just going to win them a couple games.
And we are going to be surprised by their quarterback play. I don't think it's going to be piss poor bottom of the league. I think it's going to be in that 20-25 range probably. Yeah. But, I do think this is a roster that has potential and a coach. And they still have Jordan Addison. And the defense is improving slowly but surely. I think this is a roster that can compete in most games, but as far as getting to the playoffs and being an elite,
and that's my thing. I think you could have. I think you could have traded Justin Jefferson, got a more complete roster, and you still have Jordan Addison, who could potentially in his career become a number 1 if he already.
So I don't know if you could think about this off top.
Yeah.
And this will be my last question for the video. If they did trade Justin Jefferson, where would you want to have seen him go?
Where would I want to see him go?
I personally.
First, I would say a quarterback that we give him passes because I can't think off the top. What's a quarterback do you think gets passes because we say he doesn't have a good roster?
I was going to go ahead and say the Chargers.
Yeah.
The Chargers do have defensive pieces, but the Chargers, don't get me started on the Chargers as well, because it's like they have names.
Yeah, and that would fit the mentality sort of the Sean McVay. Let's just go all in after draft picks.
Nah, for sure.
Which is why he couldn't go there, because they don't have the capital to give the Minnesota Vikings. But I would love to see him with the Stafford.
But in a world where right now Justin Herbert is working with, what's the dude's name?
I would say Chargers. Yeah, I think Chargers is best.
TCU, I think that's their best receiver right now.
Yeah.
And he had a horrible first rookie season. Not saying that he can't get better, because he obviously had potential. But I would have liked to see Justin Jefferson on a playoff contender, because
I would just love to see him with a playoff contender.
This is a guy that you need to see in the playoffs. It's like Stephen Curry missing the playoffs last year. It's like, damn,
it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, like why are we not watching Stephen Curry play in the playoffs?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a video. Let us know what y'all think about this Justin Jefferson contract, how it changes the market, how it changes the league.
Let us know your opinions.
And peace out.